actually started as a journalist, now 20-something years ago. And if you were a news consumer back then, you'd sort of go to these ponds that would be the Wall Street Journal or a Gannett paper or even NBC, and you would sort of put your reel in and then you'd fish out a story about it. And that was how you consumed your media. You sort of go someplace and like, this is my kind of pond and this is what the name of it is, I'm going to pull something out. The rise of the Facebook stream and Twitter and my Snapchat feed and all of these other places, I'm no longer going pond to pond. I'm kind of standing in the middle of this rushing stream of information. And everything is coming at me from all of these sources, all pouring into the same place. And it's now up to me as the consumer to be kind of brand agnostic and just grab the shiniest, most engaging thing that's going past me.
Understanding in sort of a test, learn, and iterate fashion where you can align your curated content catalog best with the channels of customers that are most likely to be engaged with that content is not something that companies or publishers tend to get right out of the gates. They have to test, learn, and iterate and find that bullseye target of that nice alignment between the audience and the content offering.
Quite frankly, the lean-back experience of linear is not broken. People love going through channels, and it works very, very, very well. And when you're thinking about what is the consumer value proposition for an OTT streaming experience, well, it's on demand. It's getting content that you would never be able to get on a linear feed. It's native elements, and it's a much more reactive rather than a proactive approach to watching content. In a lot of times, the system notifications, the merchandising in Roku, all this stuff are elements that make a much better consumer experience, so that the system knows what you want. And it's a curated, if any one of these platforms has a set of apps on the platform, the user specifically pick those apps. So it's a very, very curated experience to the user. The user is doing the curation. The system needs to provide the content based on that curation that the user is doing.